Before we go ahead with a lot more examples, I just want to stop to talk a little bit about jQuery and the $sign. So inside the jQuery.js file, we have an immediately invoked function expression, which means almost the entire jQuery file, everything is wrapped inside this immediately invoked function expression, and the function is immediately being called, and it's being passed jQuery here, and then it's being accepted at the top as $sign. So really the $sign in jQuery is just an alias for jQuery, and it allows us to have a bit shorter code. jQuery is a property of the window, so it could also be accessed by window.jQuery. I typed this wrong here. But obviously just typing jQuery or even just typing the $sign is going to be a lot shorter. So what I'm doing here is I'm console logging jQuery, and we can see that that's a function. jQuery is actually called a factory function. Another way that we can create objects is using a constructor function, but in jQuery the objects that we create are done using a factory function, which means we're not using the new keyword to create the object. And you can see when I console log the $sign, we get the exact same thing because these things refer to the exact same factory function. And then after that, I'm just console logging the type of it, and we can see that that's indeed a function right there. The next thing I'm doing here is I'm selecting something with the ID of fade in. So if you want to select something by the ID in jQuery, we'll put the $, and then the ID, and then inside single or double quotation marks. And I just console log that here, and you'll see that we have this, it says button $fade in, it has a context and the selector right here. And this is very similar to document.getElement by ID fade in, which I have at the bottom here, which is just regular JavaScript. Both of them are going to be selecting the item by ID. But the difference is if you use the jQuery $sign in front, if you select like this in jQuery, we're going to have access to many different methods of jQuery. So we, after we select this by ID, we can do a lot of things. We can fade it in, we can fade it out, we can change the color, we can change the size, and many different things like that. But those methods are not going to be available just using regular JavaScript when we use document.getElement by ID. So that's one of the main reasons for using jQuery to select things is that after when we select it, we have access to all of jQuery's methods and all of the different things that we can do to this. After that, I just select the type of it, and we can see that's an object. And it's the same thing when we use document.getElement by ID. We are also getting an object back, but the difference is that we have the jQuery object right here, which has all of the many methods that are going to be able to manipulate this element and do all sorts of different things in it.